This past weekend, we thankfully avoided Insurrection 2.0 as a pathetic turnout showed their faces in Washington. You almost felt sorry for the duped. Just as Trump egged on the crowd in January to follow him to the Capitol to undo an election that he fairly lost and then turned tail only to watch the horror unfold from the comforts of his office, Donald and his dim-witted sons again told these misinformed that the real victims from the insurrection, no, they weren't the cops who were beaten and killed or even democracy itself. It was, in the president's view, the rioters. Now, I mention all this because it is a frightening preview of the next 3 years. Despite only the lunatic fringe still willing to take up arms against our country, the big lie has succeeded in paralyzing a political party and, in a very true sense, our country. If Trump and his elected acolytes, who have quietly overwhelmingly gotten vaccinated, still keep telling their supporters not to roll up their sleeves, this is what happens. Hundreds of thousands of Americans could still be alive today and our country far safer than it is if they only told the truth. If Trump didn't perpetuate the myth of a stolen election his own attorney general told him was BS, and we now learn from the last few days that leading Senate Republicans agreed also was meritless, we wouldn't have to face a half a dozen states now emboldened to disenfranchise voters and the new normal, as we saw in California, of every losing Republican then claiming that they were cheated and the winning Democrat therefore illegitimate. One day, maybe, someone will explain to me why Republicans, after January 6th, didn't follow through when they said the obvious part out loud. Trump lost fair and square, and he had blood in his hands after the attempted coup. That moment of honesty, of course, it's long gone. Trump openly gunning for McConnell, and a loyal House Republican who voted to impeach has announced this weekend that the toxic hate he's gotten from the Trump base will have him retire after this term. Trump is being ignored, and to him, that's a fate worse than death. Unless he's convicted in the courts, and it's a possibility, between now and 24, I fully expect him to run for president again. And the GOP will have no one else but themselves to blame. Your silence, my friends, will have him carrying the Republican banner again, and as a party, and more importantly as a country, it ensures that we stay trapped in this political purgatory. Thanks a lot, Mitch. Ow.